Y'all probably don't even know who this kid is. Do y'all know who the youngest player in the league is?
And I got to look at the Detroit Pistons. He's got the athleticism. He's got the fire. He wants it bad. He's special. He really, really is.
What's going on, y'all?
Let's go.
I want it out.
Detroit
Run
Pistons
it.
select Jaden Ivey from
Yeah.
Purdue University.
Run it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I want it out. Run it. Yeah.
Run it.
Ooh. Run it.
I think I can ball, I can hoop.
I want it out. Low key. With the bag and the gold, put it all on me. I said that right. I'm the king, I'm the god of the gold.
Everybody's gonna see like what we're building and what we're about.
No, I catch the check so you should see the statement. I'm the bank, but I'ma need the payment. So I want it out. Run it.
Good evening and welcome to the 2022 NBA Draft at Barclays Center. The young men who will hear their names called this evening have the chance to be among the next generation of stars in our league. Where will they land? We're about to find out.
The pick is in. Let's get it to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 5th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Jaden Ivey from Purdue University.
This right here is what it is all about.
Absolutely. Like, let it out, young fella. This is about the journey. This is the necessary sacrifices that you made to get to this point to have your name called.
Well, and the first person that he hugged was his mother, and I just want to shed a little bit of light on their story. Ivy was raised by his mom, who played in the WNBA. She's now the head coach of the Notre Dame women's team, and he'll tell you they watch a lot of film together, they spend a lot of time together. But that time that he put in with mom, look at her, making sure she captures every single moment of her son having his moment on the stage with the commissioner. I can't say it enough. This is what it's about. It is not just a player getting drafted into the NBA. It is a journey the entire family is going on. That is the look of a proud mother.
Oh my God, I'm a Pistons, bro. Detroit. Thank you. Appreciate it. Congrats, man. Grandpa did that. He up in heaven smiling right now.
Let's do it.
Yep. Congrats, bro. It's a dream come true for sure. You know, just coming from my background, you know, just my family having Detroit ties, dad being from there, grandpa playing for the Detroit Lions. You know, when I heard my name called, you know, it was just an honor. So, you know, I'm just blessed, and, you know, I'm just blessed to have, you know, a great family, you know, here with me, and, you know, I'm just trying to enjoy this moment. So I dreamed, like I literally had dreams of that. I'm sleeping, having dreams of getting drafted one day. It's crazy that I was here. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That's so wild.
With the 13th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Jalen Duren from the University of Memphis.
But guess what? He's headed to the Pistons. So that's just in. He will be headed to the Pistons according to our 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗢𝗪. So he is on the move. And Jay, he may be the most physically gifted big man in this draft.
We talked about him being a man-child. I mean, he is physically imposing.
As long as you wind up where you wanted to be at, that's all that matters. I ain't care about nothing else. As long as you where you want to be at.
Motor City, baby.
All right, national media all abuzz today saying the Pistons nailed it in last night's NBA draft, getting not one, but two, hopefully, game changers.
Pretty amazing night. The team selected Purdue guard Jaden Ivey with the 5th overall pick. They didn't think he'd be there. He was. They also traded for the 13th pick in Jalen Duren.
What up, dog? What up, dog? You gotta get you a pair of bumps, too.
Weaver was tasked by Tom Gores with being aggressive in the draft, and he was. He got not one, but two players he wanted. Both these guys are explosive. The Pistons are a better team today than they were yesterday.
Last night was a culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of talented people in our front office. I actually felt like I was along for the ride last night, resulted into this. So can't thank our staff enough. We're thankful and grateful that we landed here.
I'm just really excited. I'm really happy to have both of us here and ready to get started. Just showed a lot of love.
It's going to be so much fun, and but there's going to be times of triumph. We're going to have to overcome some things, and I'm looking forward to those obstacles.
We got two of the hottest rookies in the building. We so blessed to have these guys donning that red, white, and blue. Make some noise for our two rookies in the building. Once again.
Yes, sir. Hey, my ball. I'm here, my ball. Yeah. Hey, stick here, my ball.
Yeah, over the summer, we've been able to build a great chemistry with everybody. Everybody know we got a young team, so with me coming in and JR coming in, they welcomed us. Everybody there kind of was had us with open arms. They was happy to see us, and it's been good since then. We've just been building.
No place that I'd rather be than here, and I mean that. And to y'all fans, I'm gonna give it my all, and as a team, we gonna try to bring championship to the city, and we're not gonna stop until we get that accomplished. So yeah, I mean that.
It's game number 1. We're ready to roll, and we are ready for Pistons basketball at Little Caesars Arena.
Opening night was crazy. A lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline, just happy to be there, happy to be in the moment, just surreal. I remember walking in the locker room and seeing my jersey hanging up. I had to take a picture, but it was just, I was excited, I was happy.
And now, welcome to the 313, your Detroit Pistons!
Opening night was a special day for me and my family, to be able to play at the highest level you dream of. As a kid, you dream of playing an NBA game.
Here we go. 2022-23 season is underway, and the tap is slapped around, controlled by the Magic. There's right to left.
Wraps it around. Jaden Ivey up and in. Beautiful.
Nice cut.
The first possession of his first official NBA regular season game. Jaden Ivey scores. Final minute, first quarter here at Little Caesars Arena. Opening night, folks. Great to have you with us.
Somebody stopped him. Wow, Duren for the dunk. Chases it down to Corey Joseph. Back. Oh! He slams it over OKJ. Oh, my God. Oh, baby. Ivy, quick step. Baseline to the basket. Reverse score. Holy mackerel, has he got a great first step. 46.
Cade Cunningham with the basketball against Ross. Cade for three, and it's through! He drains it from way downtown. And the Pistons have their first lead since it was 6-4. What a first half, though, at Little Caesars Arena.
And Jaden Ivey, 3 of 4 in his first 15 minutes of action with the Pistons, 3 assists.
Cunningham to Ivey up the left wing, stops, fires, hits!
79-72 Pistons. Cade Cunningham turns the corner, gets to the rim, lays it up, lays it in.
Right by 6:26 to go. Cunningham to Duren. Dunks it. That's how you finish.
99 and 95 leaders.
That's why you give him the basketball. You know, his confidence will only grow if you show faith and confidence and belief in him.
Gotta get something. He's wheeling around.
Duren with an up fake and a score. Count that baby and a foul. Double for Jalen Duren tonight. He's the youngest Piston to ever do it.
How about that? Setting records already. Already.
Not even 19. It was Duren off the rim too hard. Now Jaden Ivey takes it to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Count that baby and a foul.
Oh, that kid's a rookie.
He's not playing like it right now. 16 points, 4 assists.
It was a big play. You know, it was a momentum play. You know, something in me I just had to, you know, let some energy out. And I feel like part of that was just coming into the game, my thoughts. My grandfather was on my mind just the whole game, and you know he was out there with me on the court, and every moment I could just feel him. You know, that moment I just was so energetic for that play.
Now it's 108-107.
This needs to be a smart possession for the Pistons.
Shot clock is wound down to 10 now. At 6. On the deck and driving. Open in the corner. Isaiah Stewart for 3. Stewart! Big Stu working on that long-range shot for a long, long time. And he buries it big time with a game on the line. Tapped by Hampton, and there's the buzzer. Jaden Ivey, and Bojan Bogdanovic, and Jalen Duren with debuts here in Detroit.
Did that dunk feel pretty good? The one?
It did. I felt like it was kind of my I'm finally here moment. So it was good for me.
82 games is a grind, 3-4 games a week. So for a lot of players, it's the most that they've ever played basketball.
It's a 24-hour job. It's all day. It's not just when you're on the court. You gotta get your sleep. You gotta take care of your body. You're coming from college, high school, you know, you're just playing ball, and when you're done, you're done. NBA, you gotta take care of your body.
It's a different beast. It's a different world that you really cannot even imagine unless you're involved, unless you go through it.
Pistons are sending 2 rookies to the Rising Stars Challenge at All-Star Weekend for the first time in franchise history.
It's tough, you know, coming there as a rookie. You know, being in college where you play only 30 games if you make the tournament. You know, it's just the long games, and you know your body's tired. You know, from the flights and everything. You know, making sure you stay on top of your treatment.
lunch reservation at 1 o'clock with Max, right?
Yeah, that's it's more important. You know, along the way, as I've learned to love the game, have passion, have a true pride, you know, for playing the game of basketball, it's just you gotta have that competitive edge every single day you step out there on the court. So I just try to go out there and bring my competitive edge and my fire and passion.
We've grown as friends, as brothers, you know what I mean? Got to learn more about each other throughout the year, which helped our chemistry on the court. So coming in, you're such a great player like J.I. kind of helped my transition and made my transition easier.
Jalen's been amazing. He's an amazing talent, you know, with his size, you know, the strength that he has at a young age. And he's only going to continue to get stronger and better. You know, we're going to be, you know, a special team, and you know, he's a part of, you know, how special we're going to be.
It's funny. I learned you can't call a vet old. They don't like that. Yeah,
so what are you calling them then?
So like, yeah, it's just like OG. You know what I mean? You can't really reference them as old because I don't think nobody like that, but. Yeah, that's one thing I learned.
I think their chemistry really came a long way last year. It helps that they're both really good athletes, right? Like it became very noticeable, I would say, by January that, these two guys click really well together. You would see Jaden, as soon as he would get downhill, he would always look for Duren to get those dump-off passes to him.
That's my guy, man. Just I was blessed to be able to come in with a player as good as him, and especially at the point guard spot, and he's grown. I feel like he's gotten better so much throughout the year, and I'll even go back and watch some of his film and just watch how he played because he's such a great player. I feel like he's helped my progression, and it's been good.
I think as a franchise, when you create that space and create that environment to where the rookies can come in and kind of be themselves and not have to worry and look up over their shoulder about if they're making a mistake, I think it says a lot about a franchise.
I think one thing that has hindered the organization over the last decade or so is the struggles drafting. Only one player in at least 10 years that the Pistons drafted signed a second contract with that team, and that was Andre Drummond. Now you're looking at, since Troy came in, Ivey and Duren are the latest to earn all rookie honors. He's had 5 in 3 years. 3 of those guys were selected 12th or later. They're in a situation now where you look across the roster, and for Duren and Ivey to kind of plant that flag and both be all-rookie second team, both be 2 of the best 10 rookies in the NBA, it's not about where you pick, it's who you pick. And I think the Pistons now are in a situation where you look across the roster, you see talented, young, upside players, and I know people get bogged down with losses, wins and losses, but it's certainly a situation where you believe in the players and what they've shown. I mean, if Ivey and Duren were able to do this as rookies, you wonder what year 3, year 4 looks like. But the fact that the organization has multiple young players that have bright futures is something that you just really didn't say 7, 8, 9 years ago. And I think at its core, to build a successful organization in a city like Detroit, you have to draft well. And I think Troy and his staff have done a very good job of getting good young NBA players. And I think that's highlighted by Duren and Ivey this year.
was to make the playoffs this year and, to win. And we only won 17 games. And we shouldn't be satisfied with 17 wins. This year brought a lot of pain. Obviously, we're growing and we're a young team, but I don't really think of it like that. I don't think, I'm young, I'm a rookie. I think I can ball, I can hoop. I can bring something to the floor. It was a disappointing year, but I think that fire, that pain that it brought me, I think it'll lead to something better next year.
I feel like it's gonna be exciting. I mean, of course, next year we're gonna have everybody back. I feel like everybody's gonna see like what we're building and what we're about. I feel like it's gonna be huge for us. I feel like the team is gonna develop. We got guys going into their third, fourth years. Me and Ivy going into our second year, so I think it's gonna be a huge year for us. I'm excited.
A lot of people underestimate us, my teammates and everybody. We have a lot of pride, and we're gonna show that this offseason when we go to work. See y'all soon.